This is, without doubt, the most effective driver technique to date. Right, we're on, let's hit driver. So two parts to this, two massive parts to this. Address position with driver, get yourself set up. When you take the driver back, we don't go up here. No. We're not all like Justin Thomas, we can't all get into that position. And 9 times out of 10 when I see people picking the club up like so, they get to here and there's very limited shoulder turn. There's no turn of the shoulders, which is what's required. Loads of depth, loads of turn is what a driver requires. Picking the club up to here looks great because we've got lots of length, or range of motion looks good, we're up here. But as I say, no shoulder turn. We need to make sure we get that club behind us. Addressing the golf ball. There I've got my EUREKA canes out, I've got my feet alignment, path and shoulders. There. From there I need to get my depth. So I want to make sure when I take the club back, there's incorrect, although it looks good, looks like Justin Thomas. But you can see the handle of the club, it's close to my right ear. I need to get depth, I need the shoulders to turn, I need to be here. So now that line there that I've drawn, my butt of my golf club, is in amongst that line, close to that line, which is the opposite of lifting this club up. Now when I turn the club around here, I've got much more to then give back to the golf ball, much more power, much more velocity. And even though my stance is open, which reduces my range of motion, I get more on the way through. It reduces the bottom half, but I can still rewind or get more coil by the top half of the body turning on the backswing, the hips being reduced slightly, so there's more snap to the impact. So yeah, my feet are open. Address position there, good. Taking the club back, round, loads of depth in here, fantastic. And then from there, I can then get the body to work, swinging back down the same line, and the club then goes out to the right. So the club now goes out here as my body goes this way. So my body goes this way and the club goes more out to the right because I've created that depth. Now the club going out to the right we'll discuss. Let's just hit this. The club going out to the right, as I mentioned, we will discuss. There, out to the right, there, out to the right, okay? Oh, yes. So I've ripped one just down the middle right of the fairway. That's good. Okay, so the club going out to the right. Now that only goes out to the right for 1 inch through impact. 1 inch through impact. So there, TrackMan measures 1 inch through impact. Now it feels as though it goes a lot further before it comes back in, but it's only 1 inch through impact. So I'm deep there. Body goes left, club goes to the right, deep. Body goes left, club goes to the right. That was pure. That was right down the middle of that fairway. Excellent. Now, just quickly while we're on here, if you check out EUREKAGolfSwing.com, it's got everything on there. The iron swing series, the driver swing series, which you're watching right now, ball position and shot shaping series, which again you're watching a bit of right now, and of course crazy detail, senior series, putting, the whole lot is on there, EUREKAGolfSwing.com. Let's get back to the video. Without that depth, I'm going to get steep, yeah? So if I've picked the club up, I'm going to come back down somehow. When you take the club inside, a lot of people think I'm going to come over the top. That's not the case, and I'll tell you why. I'm here, I take the club inside, and people think from there I'm going to come over the top. Now, I'm not going to come over the top. I'm going to start with my weight 50-50, so an even balance of weight. So I'm standing evenly balanced here. I'm not standing with more weight on the right side. I've not got a super high lead shoulder and a super low trail shoulder to ensure I hit up. I'm not interested in hitting up. And neither should you be. Oh my God, the whole of YouTube's about to explode. Steve Johnston says you do not hit up with driver. I said you shouldn't be bothered about hitting up. If you're 50-50 with your feet and your head is positioned behind the golf ball, so if I'm there, my head is positioned, I'll put it in, my club head's in line with my head, there. I'm evenly balanced, my shoulders are pretty level, and all I'm going to do there is move the club head towards the target. Good, but I left my head there. So yes, my left shoulder will go up slightly, and my right shoulder will go down because I'm moving this direction, but it's not, I've not overdone it. I've not got myself here to ensure there's loads of tilt to the right to get underneath that. My tee's relatively low and I stay as level as possible. And it's staying as level as possible like that that's going to ensure that you do not come over the top. So I step on, I'll put my club face in line with the tips of the canes, good. I then move forward. This is all on Eureka driver swing. There, great. Now I'm 50-50. I bring the club back in here. So I've traced the top cane. Now my hands are nice and deep. Then from there, I'm staying 50-50. My weight moves to target. There, good. I don't hang behind. I don't hang behind and try and help. I move towards target. So I'm there, 50-50, moving to target. There, 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 there. Can you see that? There, there, there. Wow. Felt amazing. Now there's one other factor that comes into play here, and that's tee height. You'll notice there when I put the tee in the ground, the ball, there's less than half of the ball above that club head. So I've not got it way high. The higher I have the tee, let's imagine, okay, that's dangerous, that's very risky. I now have to be behind hitting up, and I'm really going to try and force this, and I can explode that anywhere. When my tee's lower, I can swing a little bit softer at it. I don't have to. This one here is a downwind hit hard golf ball. I don't want that. Okay, I don't want that at all. This here, tee's lower, so less than half of the ball is above the crown. Less than half of the ball is above the crown. And then from there I can swing smoother at it. Because I feel as though I'm much more on that level. You know, I'm not got the tee up here and trying to hit up. My tee's lower down, I'm trying to hit much more level. My weight's more level, everything is more level. I'm set there, great. So there's my club in line with the end of the canes. I then move one club head forward, but I've not tilted my spine, I've not lifted that lead shoulder up. There, there. Deep behind, swinging out to the right, deep behind, swinging out to the right, swinging out towards the golf ball. It's just easy. The follow through is a little bit abbreviated because I swing out, get to here, rather than coming across and away round. Much more controlled. So I swing out towards the golf ball. Three-dimensional impact, downwards, forwards and outwards. So that club goes out towards the golf ball. I set myself, all this is in Eureka Golf, so I move that club forward, so I'm now still centred to where the club head was. Left hand on, great. No high left shoulder, no low right shoulder, no trying to hit up. I'm there, deep, and then out to the golf ball. Out. I'm letting centripetal force pull that club away from the centre of rotation. My body is the centre of rotation. Letting the club pull it away from my body. Let those forces, just let it happen. Don't fight physics. Don't fight physics. I'm there, letting the club go out. Out towards the golf ball. Just like that. So think about, there's two things to think about there. The two main things are depth. Get depth in that backswing. That gets the upper body to turn. Upper body turns, lower body's less turn, then the downswing, lower body opens, then the top half. So you've got that resistance, you've got that torque. There, loads of depth, bottom half goes, then there's a torque, and then swinging out towards the golf ball. And tee height is the second thing to think about. Think about hitting on the level. Don't try and hit up. You will hit up because you've started off with the club behind the golf ball. Your ball's here. You're there, you've started here and you've moved forward, but you're still centred to there. So you'll come down, you'll get to there naturally because you're 50-50. Then it'll have to start rising back up again into the back of the golf ball without even trying. So nice level tee, less than half of the ball above the crown, the top of the club, 50-50 weight, get the depth in there, and then from there, as you come back through, the bottom half opens up, let the club get thrown out. Let it get thrown out towards the golf ball, nice and level as you like, limited follow through, let it work, let it work.